I'm going to show you how to make this copycat recipe from a restaurant called Sweet Greens. It's our chicken harvest salad. Now, I'm going to make it the way the recipe is printed. However, you can change it all up. You can use different protein, you can use different grains, you can meal prep these, you can do so many things. Maybe change out the cheese if you don't like Parmesan. But this is a hearty recipe that's healthy and can be customized for everyone in your family. If you're ready to eat healthier, check this out. It'll fit the goals that you have for good eating. I've got a big pile of kale here to prep. We want to slice this really thin because it's kind of a tougher vegetable and we're not cooking it. It's going to be raw. So just kind of bunch it up and then slice it as thin as you can go. And then we're going to massage it to soften it even further. Now, if your family doesn't like kale, you can use different greens. Maybe you can use some spinach or romaine lettuce, but kale is a power food and this recipe is super healthy, and we're going to use all of the good hearty ingredients that are filling, full of fiber, and really full of good nutrition. So once we've gone all the way through, just take your knife and pass it through again. If it's small, it'll be easier to chew. Okay, and now just take your hands, and this is called massaging your kale. You're making it softer to the palate, so it'll be easier to eat in our salad. We need some roasted salted almonds for this recipe. If you don't have them or you prefer a different nut, use whatever you like. Put them in your food chopper. I like to turn it upside down when I'm preparing things like almonds because then I can roll it over and chop. You can chop right on your board if you want. I like to chop in a cap. I want these to be kind of coarse. So that's all I'm gonna chop. Then twist off of the top. And if you hold it from the base, it doesn't drip everywhere. So I'm gonna put this on the side so everybody can assemble their bowl. Prep your apple last. That way it doesn't brown. And if you need it to do it ahead of time, just toss it with a little bit of lemon juice. Woo, that was a juicy one. Lean right into it, and then when you want to get the apple wedger off, always push from the top. The bottom is a knife. Okay, we want this to be diced for this recipe, and if you prefer to leave them in slices, you can, but a dice is nice for a salad. I'm using Honey Crisp today. Would you use that same type of apple, or would you use something else? To prepare our bowls, I have some homemade dressing here. It's a balsamic vinaigrette, and just go ahead and add some of it to your kale. And to this, we'll add some of those green onions. Now you can keep all of these components separate if you want to and let everybody build their own. I'm gonna go ahead and combine these two as the recipe suggests. So you wanna toss your kale with a little bit of the vinaigrette. It will coat all of the greens nicely. Let me show you all the components. So over here I have a blend of wild and brown rice. I have some cooked chicken that I cooked in the pressure cooker. I used this option instead of cooking chicken thighs today. There's our kale, our diced apple, some sliced onion, the almonds. I've got grated Parmesan instead of shaved, and some sweet potatoes. Let's go ahead and build it. Now let's put it all together. You could do one big bowl if you're making something for a gathering, but for making it at home, I think everybody likes to have some control over their ingredients. So we'll put that kale in first, and my blend of rice. I did not want to use the prepackaged rice that you can take as a shortcut, and so I did cook my wild rice in the pressure cooker. Then I removed it and cooked my brown rice separately and then just blended them together. I've got more than I need, which means I'm going to be able to freeze that rice the next time we want to make a bowl like this. Go ahead and add some chicken. We'll have some of those apples. Doesn't this look so good? The sweetness of the apples will really help offset everything. And then we'll add some of the almonds over the top for some crunch. And you can do some Parmesan. If you want this to be dairy-free, you simply skip it. Do Parmesan, and then another little drizzle of the dressing right over the top. Don't let me forget those sweet potatoes. If you want to use butternut squash, you absolutely can do that too. There, those potatoes add a nice pop of color. Will you give this a try? I think it looks fantastic.